like there's so much, so many unknowns for the near future. For people to be super hyped at a jumping stock market, it seems like they're celebrating a little early.
Well, I think they are celebrating early. In fact, yesterday, the stock market came down 600 points, largest decline since June, right? So I don't buy it that we're near a bottom. In fact, it seems to be accelerating the downward trend. But you add to that something that you just sort of mentioned, other things outside of economics that come into play. Well, let's look at the politics, and let's look at Biden's inflation, well, what I like to call the inflation creation bill, because that's all that it really is. But here's some exact language from that bill. The order also encourages the Federal Reserve to continue its research, development, and assessment efforts for a U.S. central bank digital currency, including development of a plan for broader U.S. government action in support of their work. This effort prioritizes U.S. participation in multi-country experimentation, experimentation, and ensures U.S. leadership internationally to promote central bank digital currency development. Okay, if that's not frightening enough, you should be frightened at something like that, because if fully carried out, this brings Chinese-style socialism that could invade everything you've worked your whole life to build, which is your retirement savings. So when you start to look at that, and you couple that with Executive Order 14067 that Biden passed into law, going back to March, all these are interconnected. In Section 4 of that executive order, what does it talk about? Legal surveillance of all U.S. citizens, complete control of all bank accounts and purchases, and the ability to crush free speech and silence opposing voices. So how? Because it tells people the government is in control of what you spend money on, and they get to approve it or disapprove it. See, when it comes to your retirement, it looks like when you start to read some of this bill and these executive orders, it looks like retirement might move into a voucher type system, kind of like food stamps, where it's like, okay, you've got X number of dollars in your retirement plan. We're going to allow you to take out $800 a month. You can't go over, right? And they get to approve. This is what the executive order said. They get to approve what you spend money on. And if they don't like it, they don't have to allow you to spend money on it. I mean, this is communist socialist takeover of people's retirement accounts. This is going to wreak havoc on the financial markets. The more that Inflation Reduction Bill, the stupidest name ever, and this executive order start to play itself out over the upcoming months.
I had no idea that language about central